I had a request to make 5 of these 30 caliber mini pin kits. They're from Penn State. They are part number PK30M, and they use an actual 30-06 shell casing for the pin. Now the colors they requested were Army Drab Green. I needed 2 pins in Army Drab Green, 1 pin in Navy Blue, and 2 pins in black for the Air Force. I had a black blank on hand that I had purchased at Woodcraft 3 or 4 months ago, but I didn't have the blue or the green. So I got in contact with Cheyenne's Pins and Blanks, and he made me this blue blank as well as an Army Drab Green blank out of Alumilite. This particular pin uses the standard 7mm pin bushings that you would use on a slimline pin, and because the blanks are so small, I'm going to go ahead and turn 2 at a time. Kind of get an idea how the Alumilite turns. It turns really well. It just comes off in ribbons once you get it trued up. I'm going to go ahead now micro mesh these and get them buffed, and then I'll get the black blank on the lathe. And the black blank is acrylic, and there's your part number right there, 148570. Came from Woodcraft, and it's going to turn differently because it's acrylic. It'll be a little more difficult to turn. However, I think we'll still get a nice couple of blanks out of it. So hopefully you'll be able to see the difference in a few minutes. The blanks look really good. Let me get this mandrel off here. We'll get our buffing wheels on and we'll go ahead and buff them up. I've got my black acrylic blanks chucked up. Go ahead and get those turned and we'll see just how they turn compared to the Alumilite. Wasn't too bad. I think it's a little harder to turn than Alumilite. I had a couple of jumps. You can kind of see a couple of scuffs there where I bounced my tool. That's not going to be a big deal. I didn't take any big chips out. Those will come out with the micro mesh. Let's go ahead and micro mesh these up and see how they look. The blanks look amazing. Remember the little sort of skip marks we had on this first blank here? Gone. Just as smooth as a piece of glass. That black really shows the dust. I've got dust all over my hands, and you can see as I wipe it off, it's just moving around the blank. It's coming off the mandrel, I guess. Not a big deal. Let's get these buffed up. I'm going to turn this final blank off camera, and then we'll make this the one that we assemble, and then I'll show you what all 5 of them look like when they're put together. Here's a quick peek at the navy blue blank right before we assemble it. Isn't that beautiful? A lot of amazing color in that blank. What we're going to do is we're going to start by assembling the cap, and we'll snap that right into the front of the blank. Press it in there nice and slow, nice and easy. Make sure we have no issue. Okay. Got a wonderful fit. Just look at that. It's beautiful all the way around. Now we're going to assemble the transmission into the back of the blank. I want to be really careful with this because I haven't assembled one of these in a long time. And the last thing I want to do is drive the transmission too far into the blank. So we're just going to put about half of the brass in, and then we're going to test. That way we can make sure we don't have any issues. Okay, and I'm not seeing the ink refill. Okay, we got a good distance. I can see it inside of there. I've got it fully retracted, and we got a good distance that we have to press it in to make that work. Looks like probably almost to that line. I'm going to press just shy of that line because I'd rather press halfway and then come back and press again than to press it too far. Okay, let's see that. Well, I thought I saw something at the end of the blank. There's a little white thing right there. I did. It's a little piece of garbage, I guess, from something floating around the shop probably. Okay, you can see the ink refill. Watch it right there. So we're almost there. So I'm going to go ahead and press in up to the line. You just never know. Sorry guys, my phone rang right in the middle of that. What I did is I just pressed it in right up to that little line. I think I'm still going to be shy, but as I said a minute ago, I would rather press it 4 or 5 times and get it perfect than press it once too far. So we got to go a little further. Okay, let's check that out. Always be very delicate when pressing these things in. All right, now we've got a full extension right there. I got to press it a little further so that it extends past the end of that blank. Look how that blue really shines with the rose-colored nib on there and the transmission. That's beautiful. All right, one more little press here. Let's see what we can do with this one. I'm going to watch this little notch so I can see how far it moves, and actually make that a little easier. There we go. Hopefully I didn't take it too far. That is about perfect. Look at that. Okay, let's get the back half of the pin. We got this little adapter here that this is actually, if you take a look at that, you can see this is actually a 30-06. Says RP SPRG. I don't know what that stands for. I don't know a lot about ballistics, but I know that that is a real bullet. Now what I'm going to do is press this into the front. Okay. There we go. And then that just allows us to slide the transmission right into the pin. Got a nice tight fit. Look at that. It's a real beauty. I really hope you enjoyed this video. These 30 caliber pins were a lot of fun to make. I just have one small issue, and that is I recorded everything except an outro to the video. So I took a photo of the pins and I shipped them to the lady who purchased them, and I don't have the pins to show you in the outro. For that, I'm very sorry. Hopefully the one that I showed you right after assembly will let you know what they look like and how they work. And for about 5 seconds here, after I close this video, I'm going to put up the photo so you can get a little better look at what the 5 pins look like. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon, and have a great evening, everybody.